Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we move on to Week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just Week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
The drive will start with an option going left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Lockett. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And inside give to Jones. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Forced out to his left. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On play action, Locke. He finds his man, complete. It's Holloway. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there on the option. Give him 69 yards on the ground. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 2nd and goal. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 6 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Locke gonna go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's gonna go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins 32 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
He's got a man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Locke sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Anthony Walker, given that O-line fits, he gets in there to drop him. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 29, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 41 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Touchdown! A great play there. 70 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Farrell.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Bingham. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 59 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are all tied at 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards as his guys have now moved out in front.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Off play action. Hall. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Bingham. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
The Seahawks take back over.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're... And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Buying time, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Keep in mind, no overtime in the preseason. So without getting ahead of ourselves, we'll likely see a 2-point try should they get this in the end zone.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Hall. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And quickly they get to the line. Forced out to his left. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.